I have a few questions about the psychology of conflict resolution. Can you discuss the topic from a psychological viewpoint?
Yes. Conflict resolution is probably something we do every day since childhood. Um, I have a very short story about conflict resolution, a very basic story. A small child is taken to the park every day when the sun is shining, and the mother said, "I hope tomorrow is sunshine so we can go." Sunshine comes, the mother takes the child to the park. In the evening, the mother said, "Have you said your prayers?" And the child said, "Not yet." So the mother said, "I'll pray with you." And the mother prays for rain. The child is confused. The child doesn't know what to do with it. The following morning, the child comes into the mother's room and she says, "Good morning, mother." She says nothing about the rain. She says nothing about the sunshine. There is conflict. And how did this arise? The major problem is we say things and expect people to know what we're thinking. And this is where conflict comes from. We have to look in conflict resolution, we have to look at the psychology of who are these people that we're speaking to, how were they raised, what are their thoughts on religion, history, life, the future, politics. We have to include all those issues, and we have to listen. And there is no way you will find people where you will agree with everything that they're saying. When it comes to institutions, whether it is hospitals, schools, companies, you find the same issues. Again, we assume people are all on the same page, and that just isn't so. In conflict resolution in institutions, you of course have to be loyal to what is the goal and what is the purpose of the facility. And you have to keep in mind that if I'm being paid by this place, I have to believe in what it is that they're doing. If I cannot believe in what they're doing, it is not up to me to hold riots. It is up to me to resign and find a workplace where I can agree with what the policies are.
It sounds like you're just given two options then. As a manager or administrator, you either resign or you defend the management culture.
And that is basically it. However, if you have a company that has many different departments, it is very important that all departments are essentially in agreement. And particularly if you're talking about institutions, teaching institutions, if you have students in a particular school or in a company that are in total disagreement, it is the fault of administration to allow this to continue. What must be done is the departments must be put into contact with each other to see if some agreement can be reached. If no agreement can be reached, it is totally appropriate for administrators to request that certain people resign from those positions.
That's a very difficult decision. Can you outline what you think an administrator should do when they request someone's resignation?
I think an administrator should be very straightforward in saying, we cannot expose people to varied opinions in one facility, particularly if we are talking about teaching institutions or a company, a new established company that has certain goals. People must be in essential agreement.
Your hypothesis would conflict with academic freedom. Many academics say that they have absolute freedom to research anything they want and to say anything they want.
In academic freedom, they of course have the freedom to research anything they want. But if they are hired by a certain institution to proclaim a certain value, it is the responsibility of the administrators to either allow those people to teach what is the goal of the institution, or to resign. A particular problem arises if you have a department of psychology. I hate to say that, being a member of psychology. Psychologists tend to change their opinions too rapidly. If we look at psychology from years ago, we will find certain things that used to be designated as illness, which are now no longer illness. If we look at the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, it's an ever-changing book. Psychologists often feel free and think they have the latest message to bring to the world. If they sign on to a particular institution, let's say they sign on to a Catholic institution, they cannot proclaim the values of atheism.
Good point. Thank you very much.